I'm thrilled to have your attention enough for you to watch my third recording. I hope you've tried the exercise I suggested in my second video. That exercise helped us become self-aware of the ego's presence. It is very important that you are in agreement and admit that you believe the ego exists. If you are resisting this statement, even after trying the exercise, your ego will try to distract you for the entire duration of this new recording. It will tell you that you do not believe in any of this mumbo-jumbo. There is no longer any value in these recordings, and you need to stop listening. It will begin to complain that it's seeing the same damn background for the third video. It wants a better form of entertainment besides this repeating background. Your thoughts will begin to drift and start to think about all the other things you could be getting done at this present moment. Your ego does not want to think differently than what you have established as your core belief system. Your core belief system are your principles concerning the distinction between right and wrong, or good and bad behavior. This is the definition of morality, and all of our core belief systems are shaped by the events that have unfolded from the moment of our birth to this present moment. On the other hand, I hope the rest of you have embraced the information that I've given you so far. You know without a doubt that the ego does exist, and you are hungry for more information to learn how to tame the beast. You start to become more aware that your thoughts are usually very stressful and seem to complain or worry about most things throughout your day. Whether it's too hot or too cold, or worrying what somebody said while you were at work or church. You also realize that you have been cramming too much stuff within your day and not spending enough real time for yourself. Getting the family prepared to go outside the house can be a very stressful event. For many families, communication between members are highly dysfunctional. The egos of all the members are constantly clashing with one another. Whether it's the parents trying to establish their authority with the children or the youngest sibling trying to gain attention, the ego will always be right there in the midst of it all. Parents must realize that their egos are the main reason their children do not communicate well with them. Our egos are the strongest when we are teenagers, and we no longer want to be told what is right or what is wrong, or what is good and what is bad. We want to make those decisions for ourselves. Meanwhile, the ego of the parents will stand firm that only they know what is best, and even though this may be true, the mindset continually repels the ego of their teenager. So in order for parents to repair the dysfunction within their families, they must raise their level of consciousness a little bit further. They must remain in the present moment every time the egos of their children rise to the surface. This is the only way to prevent the egos of the parents to rise as well. You will learn that you can approach a stressful situation with your children in a much calmer state of mind. The things you say will come from the mind that is in the zone and much more focused and aware. You must realize that when your ego communicates with the mindset that you are the authority and only you know what is right and what is wrong, this immediately repels the egos of your children. Now do not be mistaken and think that I am saying that you can let your children do whatever they want. No one disputes the fact that you only have your children's best interest in mind. But in order for you to tame your children's egos, you must learn how to tame your own first. This is key for you to understand. Your ego will continually tell you that you are perfect the way that you are, and there is no need for you to change, even though the results you are experiencing with your children have been unsuccessful. This is yet another step for you to recondition your mind and take another foot forward on your path to enlightenment. In the last exercise, you became aware of your ego and are now conscious of its presence. Now you must be aware of the ego whenever you interact with the egos of others, including your children. It is only when you are self-aware that you can approach the situation in a calm and focused state of mind. To prove this to you, I have another exercise that will let you experience this firsthand. Undoubtedly, you will not need to wait long for one of your children's egos to rise. No matter what the situation, I challenge you to remain focused and aware of the present moment, to remain calm and simply observe what is occurring. Do not let your own ego rise and contribute to the stress of the situation. You will find a sense of control, like sitting in the driver's seat and doing the driving yourself. Even though your child may quite literally be kicking and screaming to get their way, you do not let this affect you at all. All the negative energy that your child is emitting passes straight through you. Sometimes the best plan is for you to not say anything at all. Let your child expel all their negative energy while you stand there very calm and observant. Normally, your child's ego will feed off of your ego to continually justify why they are acting the way that they are. When you remain calm, the energy of your child's ego will dissipate much sooner. Please try this exercise and you will find a sense of empowerment like you never have before. You will realize that even though your child is stressed, you do not need to experience the stress for yourself. In fact, your children will observe you taming your ego, even though they are unaware of what you are doing. Over time, your children will try to emulate you and unconsciously begin to tame their own egos. You must realize that this process will not repair the dysfunction in your family overnight. Our egos crave instant gratification and will quickly dismiss anything that does not provide it to us. But the fact that you are listening to this recording and practicing the exercises demonstrates that you are already on the correct path. Thank you again for carving out this time and listening to what I have to say. I will soon be recording the fourth and possibly most important step of all these recordings. Please subscribe to the channel to be notified when it's released.